guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Titans. We're now on to episode 7, which is called Caul's Folly. I think it's called Caul. I don't know. But anyway, we'll figure it out in the episode. So the last episode was actually, I know when it first aired, there was actually a break in between episode 6 and episode 7. And we ended the last episode with the team looking like they're in pretty dire straits, despite their attempt to try to stop everything from going down as far as the Red Moon and all that good stuff. Because of Connor's arrogance, really, is the only way to put it. He ended up foiling the plan that they had to originally just go in, get Rachel's powers back, take Sebastian, and get out. And unfortunately, they got Superboy as a hostage, which threw a monkey wrench in their plan, and then they had to try to improvise, but with so little time and too many stakes and too many moving parts, things didn't go the way they planned. But the biggest thing they didn't account for was that Sebastian would in fact want to continue with the ritual. They really thought that he was still of the mindset of the person that they saw in the diner. They don't know that in what's really just been a few hours, if even, since his mother took him, she managed to convince him that he needed to fulfill his destiny. But as I said in the last episode, I don't really think he needed much convincing. I think he was pretty much 90% there, and he just needed justification. So we ended the episode with him drinking the blood and then letting out some kind of crazy, like, dimension-rending scream, and all of our Titans disappeared. And then he submerged himself into the vat of blood, and that's basically how we ended. We did not get to see what his new form is, nor did we get to see what happened to the Titans. So I'm very, very much interested in figuring out what happened. Did someone save somebody? Are we on a different plane? Are they going to meet up with Hawk and Dove now in the afterlife? So many questions. Gotta watch the episode to get the answer. So let's jump right into that. But before we do, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I react to shows like this here, so if that is something that interests you, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can know when I do more reactions like this one. And if you like this video, I'd also appreciate it if you gave some love to the like button as well. It just helps a girl be seen on the algorithm. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back and for all your patience. And yeah, if you like this video, please show some love to that as well. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into the episode right about now. Yeah. She looks like us. She's like, we've been waiting a minute now. Is he coming back up? Did he drown? I didn't think it was that deep, but... Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. If she's smiling, it's gotta be bad. Boringly, he looks the same. Oh, so the hot blood just soaked off all your clothes, huh? I didn't want to see that.
I feel
powerful.
different.
Oh. Yeah, well, you're naked and covered in blood. I'd be feeling kind of off myself.
Your power will have no equal.
Mm-hmm. We've heard that before.
Come, we must prepare for the journey ahead.
No.
What's next?
It's like I'm the boss now, right?
They're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still here.
Oh, thanks for rejoining the party.
You're going to kill me, aren't you?
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh, thank
You should have.
I should have killed him when I had the chance.
You know?
We all made the decision to save him, together.
Did we though?
Oh, God. Why aren't you still unconscious?
What are you doing?
Releasing her spirit from this place of evil.
Fair. I'd like to go with her personally. I don't want to stay in the den of evil. This is an old miner's lunchbox. LexCorp, of course. Of course he would find a gift from his daddy. Of course. Oh, what, you're trusting me with this now? I thought you were the king master job dude. You get it all done, right, Connor? We're just a bunch of losers?
Can you read that?
No. It's an ancient Tamarian dialect, I think.
Really, Corey?
Someone who can.
Did we not pay attention in school? Of all people who should know ancient Tamaranian, I would think it's a royal from Tamaran. Who cares? Literally, at this point, who cares?
Sometimes I think that part of me fed off the darkness. And I don't really know who I am without it.
You're still Rachel, just Rachel light.
And he was right. What happened in the temple? How do I explain that? I'm not gonna lie to him.
I mean,
Like that, but
seriously, what expectations do people have? Like, why don't you go running into a cave with a bunch of super powerful supernaturals and see how well you fare? He didn't even leave Star Labs, so...
Bird is a little eccentric, but I trust her. She's an expert in extraterrestrial languages.
Oh, really?
Knows everything from Klingon to Tamarani.
Klingon? Is this someone else that you were an ex of yours, Dick, possibly? Okay, definitely not an ex of Dick. Well, actually, let me not rule it out.
Rest.
Hi? You gonna sniff me? She did! I was joking. I can't believe I called that.
And I make the guy choose. Choop choop.
You know?
I was expecting orange light. Why is yours blue?
Well, I guess I'm full of surprises.
Little comic book reference for y'all.
Prophecy.
You know about that?
The end of the world.
Like, oh my god, who doesn't?
So there is a fulsome son of Trigon manifested in the well of blood here on our Earth.
Maybe? She's like, well, we're all gonna die.
It's protected by his followers. Only one with Trigonic blood can use it.
Oh, so Rachel. Then. Oh, look at the way she's reading it like she's read it before.
Usher forth and welcome Trigon. Basically, he's going to eat the world.
Sweet. Well, as I've said before, if I were recording like this actually isn't my world, so peace out, have fun, guys.
She does.
Hmm.
Your light, when used to its full power, can end this.
But it ends her.
It will end you.
That's what they told you in the lab.
You as you are now.
Oh, okay, well, that's a nice caveat. New form, we can do that.
The little part about me dying to save the universe.
I mean, they're really not worth it.
We're gonna go find the horn and stop this before it goes any further.
Okay, let's just keep our head in the sand, Dick, because that's been working so well for us this season.
Under?
across most ancient languages, the numeric value of that is 100. So if that's true for Tamaranian.
Enter the known values and let the computer look for a pattern.
Yo, as soon as you start saying math, my brain shut down. I have no idea what just happened in the last few minutes.
Lex just gave us the location of the horn.
Yeah, but you guys are 6 hours behind, or did we just forget that? Or maybe they haven't looked at a clock yet. Oh my god, if you went to the horn by yourself, Connor, For all you know, dude, that could be, like, there could be kryptonite in that gas.
You could have known.
No.
I didn't know you'd be a part of this.
Is that going to be a problem?
People died because of you.
And you now, technically.
What you did to me.
I must say, I love the new look.
You would. Uh-huh.
May was one of his rare missteps.
Hmm.
You were not. Now May and her son are your problem to solve.
Oh god. Everyone's got a destiny in this team.
Information your friends don't have. Lex was preparing countermeasures against what May had planned. I took this when I left the building.
Who uses paper files anymore?
Take this and run back to the Titans. Or keep it for yourself. And step into your true power.
Yeah, do it. It's been going so well for you so far.
You can stop May and Sebastian all on your own.
Okay.
If you want to.
Mm-hmm. Great. Keep it up.
I'll keep digging for any other mentions that might help. Hang on.
Hanging.
Don't roll your eyes at her. She don't even have to help you. She'd be sitting there with a tinfoil hat and for her last few hours of life.
I activated the tracking devices in the RV.
You tracked us.
Of course.
Sorry. But you're here.
No one ever gives a
That's great.
free gift away, sir.
We'll establish a grid and narrow it down from there.
I'll go with Bernard.
I'm sure you will. Can you actually make sure you get work done? No making out till after you know we don't die? How about that?
Listen, Bernard, I'm sorry I haven't answered your text. It's been so busy.
Not responding was a response.
Exactly. A choice. This day and age, you can respond with one letter or an emoji.
Fine.
What?
Hello?
Stop, break, 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 break.
Where did they go?
Break. I do like pina coladas, but no, seriously, don't follow someone who just disappears. This would be your tip to figure out what's going on and not be trapped in it too. Where's Gar?
There.
Because
Yeah.
he looks busy?
Because they had hot coffee.
But also, diners have been pretty spiritual for y'all in this whole journey, so.
Anywhere you like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all these people are Trigon followers. This is a cult town. Would you like the special of the day? Blood of Trigon? Anyone? No? Okay.
3 date shakes coming up.
And a coffee. A big one.
The way I'd never ingest anything here.
No service. Great.
Sorry about that.
Fired! Immediately.
Hey Dick, I might stay here, see if I can figure out what's up with the waitress.
Sure.
Splitting up's probably a bad idea, but okay.
Dick Grayson. Dave.
Very funny. I'm pretty sure he's the guy who played the evil dad in
Yeah, I'll
City of Angels. What was the TV show that Netflix did? Okay, somebody's high. Or you're never leaving.
Home office, don't sweat the small stuff. Yeah, we get a lot of visitors here.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Surprised.
Being a hellmouth and all.
I'm off duty in an hour. Come by then.
Sounds good.
Great, we got all the time in the world. It's just ending. Where's the RV? She what? She walked all the way back? Now, what were you saying about prophecies and all that being weird? Not true?
Sheriff Carter invited me for drinks tonight. I think he has the horn. That's our shot.
Wait,
Hey, what's going on?
yeah, you don't cough.
Maybe I feel straight.
Come on, let's get you inside the RV.
That's right, take care of your wifey. Hi, not stalking you, but kind of stalking you. Thought we could talk.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spike the food. Told you not to eat anything. I don't know why y'all would ever eat anything anywhere in a town that's not on a map. Oh, God. But also, what are these powers good for?
I'm the daughter of Trigon.
Prophecy doesn't say anything about her daughter.
But here we are.
Oh, embarrassing.
And you're the
He and the others have been waiting for the chosen one. They think your friend is it.
What will they do? Help me find my friend and the horn.
We'll unlock this
I
place.
promise I can get you out of this town.
How long have you been here? How old are you?
Please.
Maybe they'll just turn into like dust or something because they're like 300 years old. You don't know.
Horn or no horn, you're getting us out of here.
All right. You didn't say whether or not you had to be alive for that, so I'll take that deal.
Yeah.
Okay, good. They didn't go in. Oh, no, they couldn't go in.
Tim, there's nothing more we can do tonight, alright? Look, tomorrow we'll have
Oh.
the geological studies and we can start.
You guys just happen to have to take shelter and rest at a hotel. I mean, if you have to, there's nothing else to do.
Checking in. Traveling for business.
Only have one room left. Let me guess.
Doesn't matter.
My issue with this is that we're really gonna have these two get to hook up before Corey and okay. Dick and Corey have been waiting 3 seasons and we haven't had like even so much as a peck. All right, fine, whatever, sure, young people before he dies or whatever, I guess. Excellent. Meanwhile, everyone's dying. Glad you two are getting it on now. Dick, I think you're about to get jumped, friend.
Oh, Sheriff Carter?
No. You should call him by his full name. Satan. Really? Just gonna snoop? Okay. Back turned and everything.
Looks like you made yourself right at home.
Right?
Well, the door was open.
Cabinet book.
Fellas.
Really? I did not expect this song for fighting. But okay. But I do like the word Dreamweaver.
Take it easy, old Teddy. Things gonna be a lot sunnier from now on. Get him up.
He's not who you think he is. And also, if he was a supernatural being, you think a tase would take him out? Okay. Too late. Of course. Of course. To be continued, just when it's getting juicy. All right, so that was episode 6, which was called Caul's Folly, which was actually a place we've discovered. Not so much a person, but possibly. Especially if the guy who's the sheriff actually is Caul or Caul, whatever. Anyhow, I feel like this was a bit of a filler episode, actually. Obviously, we saw what happened to our group. That was the big question mark at the end of the last, at the end of episode 5. What happened? They disappeared. Did they die? Did they survive? Clearly, they survived, thankfully. But yeah, it turns out that they were sent to a death dimension, I believe is what Rachel said, and somehow Gar did it. And if you notice, Gar was gone this entire episode, which I'm really not loving. Just as I said, this is the final season, and if there's anybody who's been robbed of a storyline out of this group, it has been Gar. And the fact that he's just gone for a whole episode is kind of crazy. Typically in shows like this, though, like if an actor is gone, there probably was a reason for it, probably some kind of filming reason why he wasn't there, but all the same, kind of sad that we didn't have him there, and we have no idea what he did or how he did it. But my guess is he's not, well, we heard Rachel said he's not gone. He's not dead. He just is gone, or he's someplace right now. So anyways, they ended up, some of the group ended up in Caul's Folly. And I was wondering, because I thought, well, maybe that, what's his name? The researcher, and why am I always forgetting the young guy with the stick? But anyways, I was thinking maybe they didn't follow Dick, Corey, and Rachel into the void, but I'm thinking they couldn't get in. It probably needs to be someone with Trigon's blood who can actually get through the barrier, and they had Rachel with them. So that makes more sense. So that's why they couldn't get in, even though they've driven to it, and that's probably why they were able to see it. No, wait. Dick could see it too. Maybe it's something to do with Rachel. I'm not sure. Anyways, so our group is kind of fully separated, which I knew was a bad idea from the second they went in. But it looks like with Caul's Folly, this place kind of has this weird magical dome that's all around it to protect the horn. We found out that the sheriff is the person who's in control of it, and I guess in control of the magic as well. And unfortunately, these town folks have been trapped inside this dome, whether they want to be or not, because of it. So I guess we could say, I'm assuming that some of them are actual Trigon followers, where some of them are just innocent people who unfortunately just got stuck in this mess. And we see that Rachel found an ally because this father and daughter she discovered don't want to be here. They were trapped in there, and they basically just want to get out. So they don't care what it takes. They just want to get out. So Rachel at least now has that ally, but we have Corey, who we've not seen because she was also drugged. But I guess it didn't quite affect her as much as it did Rachel. We don't know, though. But can we just talk about the fact that how are just the root's supposed to work on alien blood. Never mind. But I never thought that Rachel was an alien, though. But I guess Trigon technically is an alien. They keep calling him a demon, so I never know. Anyways, digressing. So we got Corey, who's out cold right now and affected by whatever this is. We've got Rachel who just woke up, but again, she's on her own. And then we have Dick, who went by himself to take on this sheriff. But as usual, it's kind of funny because he gives Connor a lot of flack for his hubris, but really Dick should be asking himself why he thought he'd be able to take on somebody who's got all this power by himself as well, right? Like, my guy always thinks that fighting hand to hand is the way to go, and it just, in this case, the sheriff had a taser. Just a taser, that's all it took. Enough of those and you're gonna get knocked out, even though Dick did take the first one like a champ, gotta say. But anyways, so now we see that they've been subdued, and of course the episode ended on Sebastian and his mommy showing up now with their group of people. So clearly there's going to be a battle for the horn, but I don't know how much of a battle it's really going to be. Because, yeah, we don't know what Sebastian's capable of right now. And we already know that his mother is capable of some pretty crazy stuff. So that's going to be nuts. And then on the other side of things, we had Connor. I'm going to roll my eyes again through this episode because I was kind of hoping that after him getting laid on his ass yet again, he would be a little bit more humble. But nope, still leaning into being a bit of a douche. Woke up angry, mad at everybody, basically not taking accountability for the fact that he is the reason that their plan didn't work because, of course, in his mind, it was going to fail anyway. And he ends up seeing that Lex actually left a safety or a backup plan inside of this, this underground shrine in case things didn't go the way they were supposed to, which is actually very Lex of him. And Connor grabbed it and read it, and apparently I think there was a secret message that was put in there that only Connor could read, but he only read some of the message to the group, basically saying that that the horn existed and that there was still a way to possibly thwart this prophecy. But he didn't read the part where he was supposed to go in to one of Lex's other little many, what would you call it, safe houses, where we meet someone from last season. I actually didn't recognize her at all, but someone from last season who basically is one of Lex's minions. And she said that, hey, Lex set this whole thing up for you. This is all fail-safe, that if he didn't survive somehow, you could take on his legacy. And she basically says that she gave him a folder with some information. We don't know what was in it yet. But she said that information, if he could take it to the Titans, but then he doesn't fulfill his, his full potential or whatever, or he could take it, and she says she thinks it's enough for him to take out Sebastian and his mother on his own. So he's left at this kind of crossroads of whether or not he wants to continue going down the road of the jerk, aka Lex, or if he wants to actually stop for a minute and realize that this whole going off on his own thing has not been working out for him at all. In fact, every single time he's done it, he's ended up on his butt or nearly dead. But, this girl did do a lot of ego stroking for him. You don't need anybody, you're more powerful than them, blah, 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 Lex speak. So we'll see, since he's been leaning into that side. But I do think that he's definitely still churning on a lot of things right now. And as I mentioned in the last episode, he is still working through a lot of his emotions and understandings of what's been going on with him, dealing with this new vulnerability he's never had to work with before. And also, again, feeling like he's so departed from Superman. But I also don't think he's really liking how he's feeling with this leaning into this Lex side of him. And, just being a jerk is fun for a little while, but, being lonely is not. And that's one thing I think Connor has forgotten, is that he was on his own for a long time and he didn't like it. And now he's pushing people away. And there's only so much that you can do before people stop trying to come back. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Again, I don't think he's a bad guy deep down. He's just, again, very ragey. He's got a lot of emotions going on, a lot of anger, a lot of hurt, and a lot of fear. And he's just channeling that into this bratty attitude right now. So we'll have to see what happens, though. We just ended our scenes with him basically with a folder, a paper folder in 2023, trying to decide whether or not he's going to, in fact, continue being the lone wolf or try to go back and save his friends. Corey, as we discovered also, that was another big thing that happened in this episode. Corey discovered that between the scientist who scanned her powers again and said that you've leveled up, but it's too much for your body. And now this prophecy basically saying that you have to go all out in order to stop this prophecy. But if you do it, it's going to destroy you as you are now. So those are very important words. So yeah, Corey's discovered that she does not have the best of outcomes in this whole situation, which goes back to Mother Mayhem back in episode 2, saying that you're not going to like your place in this prophecy, right? So I guess that's why I'm thinking that's why Mother Mayhem is counting on, is that Corey's not going to want to die for a bunch of humans that don't really even like her that much or know her like that. Corey is, of course, marinating over all of this, along with all the Destiny talk and, what the Guardian from the last couple episodes was saying, is that if she just killed Sebastian when she had the chance, she wouldn't have to worry about it. She's dealing with a lot, but I feel like those words we got in this episode are pretty clear that this form that Corey is in, like what's going on with her, whether it's physically, metaphysically, whatever the case may be, this is not her final form. She's still evolving, right? So if we go back to what we learned last season, right, which is that her powers that she thought she had were never her own. They were moved from her sister onto her. And, you know, now her sister has her powers back. So now Corey's true power has finally had a chance to come out and play a little bit. But of course, Corey's not used to it. But again, Corey might have had a different type of evolution if she hadn't had her powers suppressed when they were, right? So I'm just thinking this is all part of like her growing into whatever form she's supposed to be, which we still don't know what that is. So I'm taking this prophecies to mean that, yes, she's gonna have to go all out to stop this kid. But when she does, the Corey we know now, this Corey that's been a shell for powers that weren't her own and who is not quite capable of taking in the power she has now, that Corey will kind of go, and then in its place, like a butterfly, will come Corey's real form, and that form is going to be able to not only handle her power, but probably be even infinitely more powerful than what we see now. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, because no way they're killing Corey at the end of the show. There's just no freaking way. Are we going to lose somebody before the end of the season? That's a big question. I don't know. I mean, it's not very Titan-esque, but we are at the end of the series. So the show may decide to go with kind of one of those more tragic bangs where we lose somebody, but I'm really hoping that we don't, because we've already lost Jason. We lost Hawk. We lost Donna, even though she came back, but she basically never came back to the team. My point is, you know, we've lost people in the team. We don't need to lose anybody else, in my opinion. So I'm really hoping that that doesn't happen and we don't lose Corey or Gar, but we'll have to see. So yeah, another interesting episode, but like I said, a bit fillery for me. I feel like we definitely could have condensed a lot of this into one half and then maybe had the arrival of Sebastian and his mother for the other one. But I got to think that we're leading up to something else since it was a two-parter. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and we will see you in the next video.